Sometimes it don't make no sense. Does it really have to?
You can sit here next to me with your teddy bear.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode on a Sunday evening, last Sunday of the year. And yeah, tonight we have a special person, a special guest who is in running and more mental things that are more on the therapist side. So we're gonna get some scoop from here. Yes, we are live. We are live.
Yes, we love. I'm just saying it's playing twice.
Twice. Do
Okay.
you have another tab open on your side? Or maybe do you have YouTube? That
Let
YouTube
me
link
see.
is opened on your side.
Okay,
Because usually that happens.
yeah. Okay, let's do
Quick
something.
browser yakho maybe.
My gosh.
Because you're supposed to be
Really?
here on StreamYard only. Izo iko-ish. Don't worry about it.
Me and oh my gosh, how do I switch off these things?
Just close all the tabs and leave the one we are on. Le StreamYard. No worries. Get December, boss.
Guys, I'm disadvantaged with these things.
Hi,
Okay.
Is it gone? Is the echo gone? Just as long as you can't hear a secondary, am I playing twice still?
Okay, talk again.
Can you hear me?
Okay,
me?
okay. I found it.
fine
I
now.
found it. I found
Oh,
it.
okay.
It's off now. It's off.
So
Wait.
So it was that another
Yes,
tab
there was
open
another
on
one on the
YouTube. Yeah.
side. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
But
sorry
thank you
about that.
for making time to be with me tonight and having an extra hour because it's like now I've booked you 2 hours. I got a bit delayed. So yeah, rather than canceling and not having, I think the conversation to bring us more together in the running community or in the fitness lifestyle as women and men and kids and whoever is in our lives. But yeah, for those who don't know you, could you please tell us who are you? What do you do? And why do you do it? The best way you know. Nothing formal. Ngakudropha ngebomb
So,
there.
man, thank you so much, team. I've got many hats, and sometimes I struggle to introduce myself. I think it depends on a different podcast as to which one may I focus on and maybe share more on because I've got a lot of hats. But I am a mental health therapist in the professional space. Kodwa ke uBusie was born in Indwe, which is a very small farm town in the Eastern Cape, and relocated to Ekabeja in PE with the parents and studied there, finished there, graduated there, worked a little bit. No, not really worked. I worked in East London just a little bit, and then I felt Uguti, the Eastern Cape is very backwards. Went to Johannesburg and got employed that side in an NGO sector and worked at the courts, did a lot of interventions, crime related things, and started private therapy in 2016. Actually, I graduated as a social worker, but I've never worked as a social worker in my entire life. The only thing I did was doing programs for the NGO that I did. And I studied further with UNISA, did the employee wellness program, and registered my own private practice as a social worker in private practice, hence the therapist. So started counseling and ventured into that space with the more into the therapy side of life. So if you had to ask me anything that has to do with your social work related issues, I am clueless. Just give me 2 people and let me talk to them. Give me 1 person with problems and let me talk to them. Give me a family with a mental health issue, let me talk to them. So that's my special. I think I fell in love with that because I was exposed mostly with counseling, trauma, debriefing, all of that. That's my professional side of life. I am a mother to 13-year-old. She turned 13 on the 4th of December. So we have a brand new teenager in the household. Not married. A happy runner. I call myself Unonjabulo. I call myself Unonjabulo off the road. When I see the road, I am joyful and Unonjabulo. Yes, as we've learned sometimes in Johannesburg.
Yes, it's
I'm like, what is a skontiri? And a skontiri is the road. So I am Unonjabulo with skontiri. So if I see the road, I get excited, whether I'm not chasing no PBs or anything. So I am a running therapist. As a mental health therapist, I started running for men's mental health just to spread awareness to Amadoda, to say, listen here, we see you, we understand you. I've been in therapy with lots of men and I understand what you're going through. So as a runner and running being male dominated, or it started as a male sport dominated, but now we have included ourselves as well. So when I run the longest distance, it's just for me to say to men, listen here, it's okay. I'm here to listen. Let's talk about it. Let's have that conversation. Let's see where God is going to take us on the journey. Run, but take care of yourself. So, but I think we'll talk more about that. So that's the introduction about me. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Like you mentioned, you wear lots of hats. Now look at the introduction. It has also altered now many questions that I had prepared.
A lot.
But now I'm thinking, I can ask this now.
Yeah, I've even left out the social media, not social media space. I'm a talent as well, so I do your commercials, sometimes acting as much as I don't like it. I'm a radio actor for drama at SAFM. So I do so I've got all those different kinds of head into content directing and also into branding and PR. So yeah, you see what I said. It depends on what platform am I at, which one must I share, running, therapy, and social media.
Well, on this one, now I'm gonna improvise with what I had said, because now I'm interested also on your social media or content creation, because it links to sharing the run. I think the common thing is, as we love running, or we go really stressed by running and all of that. So that's link number one. Number two, content creation. We share our runs, our jokes, our struggles, our wins. So, and then number three, because it's also related to your mental wellness and stuff. I think those were like three items that I wanted to cover with you. But yes, you touch even with men, and then family structure, as you are a social worker. This thing, it's like an umbrella. You you are loaded. We can speak like we can have a mass series.
I'm telling you, it's a proper series. Yeah.
So, but to date back on how you started, how did it link to running? What made you start running? And then how have you linked it to your profession, especially the mental side of it? And then why are you sharing, or what was the need you saw that maybe I should share this in a fun way, because you are so free-spirited. You make it fun, you make it easy. And now that you mentioned a skill to direct the creation part of it. So how does all of it link, and how you started?
So 2023 February, the January we do a Daniel fasting, meaning we will fast for 21 days, eat healthy. I've never really liked running. I was an athlete, but a field athlete growing up and cross country. So as a kid, I was always the one who would do discus, javelin, shot put, and I still love them. So those were my speciality, and cross country. So running was never my love. It was never the biggest love. I'd actually choose anything but running. So 2023, when I had are you still here?
Yes, I'm here. Okay. I'm here.
Oh, okay, cool. So 2023, when after the fasting that we did, we would normally just run your 3 kilometers just to keep the body, you are fasting, you are praying. So in my prayer time, I'll give myself 3 kilometers runs, just to take time off. And a friend of mine, Usia Bonga, said, you know what? You've been running consistently, so do you want to challenge yourself to run longer? And I'm like, oh, longer? What do you mean longer? I felt like 3 kilometers was too long. And when you are asking me to run longer, what is longer? Uh, so I've been a follower of sport from varsity. We used to watch Iron Man, we used to watch Comrades, one of the things, but never really thought of doing it except for Iron Man. Iron Man is one of the sports that I know I want to do. So that time I was not thinking of running or anything. And then he invited me on the run on the 4th of February. And it was a gravel run in Pretoria, a Pretoria Glen. They call it a gravel. So I go, and there's like a lot of people. I get here, it's like full of people. Okay, fine. And then we started running, and I realized that there's no one who's telling me anything. We are just running. Next thing, I've ran 18 kilometers coming back. Yeah, so I ran
Are
a
you
9, and I'm
serious?
like, yeah, it's gravel. I'm like, guys, where are we going? Where are we turning? They're like, no, you turn when you feel like turning. I'm like, okay.
Wow.
Because I didn't know about running. So I turned at 9 kilometers, went back to where I'm like, I'm not doing this. This is too
Okay.
long. Kanti, it's 18. So 9 and 9, it was 18. And then
18.
immediately when I come back, Sia is like, I'm registering you for a 21 at Run Zone, Graham. I'm like, who is Run Zone? Who is Graham? Like, what are you talking about?
Summer races and stuff. Ne?
Remember, I skipped everything from running 3 kilometers to running 18 at the gravel. And the next thing I'm registered for 21 kilometers. No experience of running, no nothing about running, no shoes, no proper drip, nothing. Literally
Yeah.
just movement. I didn't even know the rules. There's cut-off times, I know nothing. I just look for
Nice
so I
though. Nice.
so I went on runs on my first ever race. Hence the runs on February is one of the important races in my life because that's where I started, and I ran it in 3 hours 18 minutes. Finished it in 3 hours 18 minutes, which was for me it was the best time because I didn't know there was times for these things. For me, it was like an achievement. Like, well done, you just ran a whole 21 kilometers, blisters everywhere, pain everywhere, all of it, because even my running shoes were wrong. But that was the start of the journey. What made me to continue is that in the very same month, one of my clients had lost a partner. And I felt that before I went to run the 21, I said to myself, you are going to run this 21 and finish it because you always expect your clients to do things that are difficult. They need to go to do checkups. They need to make sure that they are healthy. They need to make sure that they're taking care of themselves. They need to go to the dialysis. They need to go to the doctor and visit and come back and look positive and feel good. So if you keep on encouraging people or expecting people to take care of themselves or finish a journey that is so hard, why can you not even run it 21 kilometers? Are you going to die? So the motivation behind running the longest distance was that guy to say, I'm expecting him to finish a distance of life without the partner. Now I need to finish a distance of running for myself. And the rest was history, guys. And the rest was history. Next thing, girl is chasing 21, 42s. Girl is chasing 50s. She's chasing, Jay. She's there. It's in the blood.
Wow. And then before you said you were running Boma 3K and 3K,
Yeah.
yes, 3 kilometers, and you were fasting. So before that, have you ever struggled with the weight and you said, let me just do running? Or the 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 running part of it, were you doing it for your physical body purposes or what? I wanna date back down to
So, my in 2016, when I resigned in my NGO that I used to work at Nikro, I've always been body conscious because I am, as I've said, I'm an athlete, but in field. So in my family, we all train, we run, we are a healthy family. From my mother to my father to all my siblings, we are all in the active space. My brother is a High Rocks ambassador. My sister is in the gym as if you know Matthew Stone, that's my brother. My sister is in Virgin Active, is an elite trainer, coach, blah blah blah. My older brother, so all of us are into the sports industry. And when I was working at Nicro, I gained weight so much that I did not recognize myself. And the biggest question that I had asked myself was, what is the problem? And I realized that the problem was not the work, because I thought that my stress, anxiety, and depression was because of the workload, the office, my colleagues, or whatever it may have been. And I realized that it's actually not that, it is me. I have neglected myself. I have neglected Ubusi. I stopped doing what I liked, which was going to gym. I stopped even running. As much as running was not the running that I'm doing now, it was just jogging at that time. I stopped eating healthy. Then I gained tons of weight. So after I gained that weight, I realized that my problem was not the work and the money, it was myself. I needed to resign and leave and restart. So 2016, that's when I restarted, looked at the goals, checked in with myself, finding myself as to what do I want, what makes me happy, what made me happy before. And I realized it's my active lifestyle and starting my own thing, which all the hats that I've mentioned now became very active. So along the way, I gained some weight, which relationships can do that. I think I was in a very chilled space, happy space. Next thing I am in Pumpes. So so at that time in 2023, I did not see that I had gained weight and nobody had said anything. But when I started running, I realized that I'm 92. So I was 92 kgs when I started running in 2023. And then that's when now my journey was not to lose weight. My journey was to constantly keep active and healthy and be happy, but in an active way. And the next thing, the body is responding to the active lifestyle. The next thing, I'm toning. The next thing, I'm looking all good and sexy. And those were the benefits of running. For me, running was not about losing weight. I always shock myself when I go back to the photos and I'm like, oh, girl, was this you? Look at your arms. Look at your flaps. Yeah, so they became the benefits. And I think that's one thing that we don't pick up when we are so congested in life with so many things: family, life, work, money, our anxieties. We forget about what makes us happy, and then we don't realize what it is doing to our bodies up until we go back to our first love, which is taking care of yourself. I always remind people to say, when I graduated, my professor passed on that year. And she said, you are going to wear heels everywhere you go. You must never show up without heels. So the minute I would rock up at court and produce reports and submit, and I'm wearing a sneaker, I'm wearing sweatpants, I'm like, but this is not what I was taught. Meaning there is something wrong within me that had changed, and I needed to go back. So my weight loss of being a 92 to a 73 or 72 currently, maintaining it, sustaining it, it is just an active lifestyle. I never really looked at if I'm eating healthy or well or anything. I'm just living healthy and just being happy. So weight loss became a bonus from the running.
Okay, that's very interesting. And hence, is that why, as a beginner, when you say I'm running to lose weight, but then you end up being interested in long distance running or trying to reach out to a target? So whoever is asking, or even a coach or a trainer, usually, but forget about losing weight. Just focus on training yourself and stuff.
True.
But umalinge, like uzinisha ukudla or try to alter your diet, at least focus on putting on the mileage, fitness, sprinting. So meaning that don't worry about ukuthi udla kanjani at that time. Focus on the form. And also I'm asking as well to you, is that why you've never really focused ukuthi I'm doing this to lose weight, or have you done something like that?
So for me, my main focus was always to finish. when I run.
Okay.
It was always to say sub-medal. I don't care what, but sub-medal. Let me run and finish. But never really focused on the body, but focused on my active lifestyle. Meaning I eat healthy, but I eat what I want to eat and when I want to eat it. But I never pay attention as to how much am I eating, unless, which is something that I've learned now that I'm an active runner, unless I'm training for a marathon or I'm training for something, then I focus on my fueling as to what am I putting inside my body, because I need now to make sure that I'm not heavy, I'm not bloated, I don't feel tired, because there's food that drains me. I've got a sweet tooth, so if I'm gonna eat all the chocolates and all the sweets and everything, my chest is gonna lock and I won't be able to breathe, and I'll feel like vomiting when I run. So I only take care of what I eat when I am training for a particular big marathon. But if I'm just running in minor 21 or just a 10, it's okay. I can eat whatever I want to eat, but still maintain with the training. But fueling is always very important. So throughout running in these 3 years have been teaching me on how to fuel correctly, so, and when to just have fun with your body and food. But then there's a time where you lock and I'm
Yes.
training for this and I'm focusing on this, so that I don't lose the fitness and I don't gain weight, but at the same time I don't lose a lot of weight. I stay in a consistent body weight. But if the coach says you need to tone down the weight, it means we need to focus on what we are eating so that we go down a little bit.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, yes. Do you have a coach or a trainer or
I
you?
have I have in the running space, there's a lot of coaches. In the running space you get a lot of, which I do appreciate, because it's not like they're lying to you. They'll be telling you the right thing, but then there are lots of different right things. And
Yes.
all these different right things can confuse one person. So you need to be very selective to one person. The only person that understands me, understands my breathing, understands ukutefa kwami, understands my nonsense, is Coach Bukang. So ever since I've met Bukang, when I run with him or train with him, which is a journey that we are still taking on, it's a new journey. I've realized that he's the only person that I can listen to, or who can actually listen to me. He's able to tell me, when you're running, focus on this, focus on that, take a rest, don't take a rest. He might not be a qualified coach as people are expecting, but he has done an amazing job in a lot of runners. People can attest. People have finished comrades because of him. People have qualified for comrades because of him, because I've seen in the trainings that we do how he is training me and the rest of the crew that in North Runners, because I'm in the North Runners, which is my social running space that I've created as a community social running crew. So for me, I've got that coach, which is Coach Bukang, and I'm happy. I'm happy with that man. I'm
All
happy.
right.
Then the others, it supplements, yeah, but I'm happy with him, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So now moving to running and mental health. What
Yeah.
emotional lessons has running taught you that therapy books could never prepare you for?
Hey, therapy books will never prepare you for giving up, or mental block. We hear about mental block, or I've heard about mental block, or maybe I've just created something that's called mental block. When I say mental block, I mean your mental state can be so blocked that you don't hear anything. You can wake up and motivate yourself. If you're blocked mentally, you're not motivated, you're discouraged, whoever says anything. Umzekelo, when I came home, my mom was like, how do you run yet you're still, shapy and big? I'm like, woman, I work so hard for you to be telling me that I am big. So mental block will take that statement very serious and affects you when you start running, to say, I've been running for years, but I'm still big, I'm not losing. Then it blocks you from doing whatever you want to do. So if you're running already, your watch and your mind and your brain says you won't be able to do it, so don't try harder. don't keep on trying, it's okay, like you're not going to do it. So it's a mental block. So the books, the psychology books, the theory books, they don't prepare you for such things of reality check, when now it's a reality check to say, I'm mentally blocked, I'm trying to motivate myself. I think I get a lot of runners that says, I've done therapy, I've seek therapy, but I'm not motivated. It means that now your mental state has blocked to what you're trying to do. So running has prepared or has given me an understanding of the body works itself and the mind is another thing. These two do not combine. The body can be so fit, but if the mind is not there, you're not going to get your PB. You can train, do sprints, do mileage, do whatever. If your mind is not in the good space at the time of the race that you are running, everything crashes out. So we need to connect the mind with the body at all times. Hence the running therapist, because whatever that you're fueling with your legs or body or anything, the mind needs to connect with it. So you cannot be running with anxieties. You cannot be running with stresses. You cannot be running with depressions, because they will block your mind. You already see a negative. That time, there's a lot of positives around you.
So I want to ask, how do you unblock that? How do you quickly unblock that? So let's say you were training for your first marathon or your first comrades, and you're still in that block for training, but then years no,
Yeah.
it's not working, and maybe you are a month away or something, few weeks away to that important race, or anything in life that requires you to lock in and prepare and whatever. So, but you have that block. How do you draw back and say, okay, ngikwile block njengamanje, do I need to rest? Is it more sleeping hours? Is it meditation? How do you do it, or how do you advise?
So I will make an example of one of the guys that had a mental block, and I had a conversation with him, and I said to him, he needs to distract himself with something different. I think that's why I've got many hats. It's boring to do one thing over and over and over and over and over again. You need a distraction. Be it something new that gives you that oomph. I want to do this. If you're focusing on running and you feel like it's not working out, find something that might work. I said to this guy, go do high rocks. At that time, it was not as everybody knows it. Only my brother, who was the ambassador for it, and I knew about it because of him. And I said to him, just sign up for high rocks, do high rocks, train for high rocks, focus your training onto some different competition that you're looking forward to do, but you still keep on running. The minute he switched his mind towards the strength workouts, being a hybrid athlete, his mind came back automatically so to the running space, because the pace is there, everything is there, but the mind was stuck on one thing. So we need distractions. For example, if I'm distracted on running, I call my manager, dude, I need a radio show, like I need to act, I need to focus on something exciting, I need to be reading scripts, I need a talk show or whatever, because I feel like I wake up every day, I run, and I'm not getting the results because I'm focusing on one thing. So find your distraction in these things that you love. If you don't know what you love, find what you love or create something that you might love, so that you're not focusing on one thing. If this one thing fails, we crash down. If I don't get my PB, I still go on radio and act and listen to myself every Wednesday on SAFM. And that's something interesting. It gives me goosebumps, So we need to have something that distracts us from the norm. Same as the workspace, same as people at abasemsebenzini. I always say, usebenze and be tired of your workplace because you're doing one thing over and over and over again. Ayikho lanto ithi, if I close my laptop, I'm a photographer, let me go shoot something. There's nothing, Eti, I'm done with my boss and the problems at work. I'm looking forward to an art session that I'm going to be doing in Pretoria. So there's something that motivates you to say, this is not okay now, but this one is triggering my happiness. What is that? It's not just going to jump. You need to find it. or create it, or look
Yeah.
back into your love to say what have I loved before that I feel like if I can do it again, it will give me that oomph and that vibe. Listen, once you are in that space, the running comes automatically. So your mind and your body connects, because now you're not focusing on the failure from this side, you're not focusing on what you're not doing good. You are balancing your emotions and balancing your mindset. When you're not balancing your mindset, you're going to distract yourself with the negative only.
Yeah, and
I hope it
running.
makes sense.
Yes, it does make sense, and it it answers the next question. But I guess it's similar or grouped, because I was also going to ask, how do you use running as a tool for emotional regulation and stress relief, trauma relief?
Yes.
So yeah,
On that question, on that question, I think it's a very important question, because runners say running is therapy.
yes,
And
yes.
I come back and I always say running is not therapy. Running is therapeutic.
Yeah, it's one of the things that can.
It's therapeutic. It's not therapy.
Yeah,
It will not come and take away your pain that you have felt and remove it. But it will therapeutize the pain, to say at this point in time I'm not feeling the heartbreak, at this point in time I'm not feeling the loneliness, at this point in time I'm not feeling the brokenness, at this point in time I'm not feeling the anxiousness, at this point in time. But when you're back, you come back and you sit in the very same space that hurt you, broke you, made you lonely, and what do? You're gonna go and run again. You understand? So
yeah,
hence I'm saying it's a coping mechanism that brings therapeutic into your life, that gives you a little bit of ideas on how do I cope with my current problems. But then you need to supplement running with therapy, where now you are talking to somebody about your problems, about your things. You are dealing with the crust of the matter. You are dealing with the base. What is it? What's the foundation of my anxiety? What's the foundation of my stress? What's the foundation of my depression? What is it that's making me feel this way? Because when I run, I feel better, but when I come back, it's still there. So that statement or this question that you're asking, for me, I always go back and I say, running is not therapy, it is therapeutic. It's a therapeutic coping mechanism that we use to have an active lifestyle. So if you keep on running and say it's therapy, no, that is why you are still depressed and you're a runner. That's still you have anxieties and you're a runner. We're not just running, actually, any kind of sport, can be soccer, cricket, anything. After all those things, they come back after running.
yeah. When you're back home and you're supposed to take a shower or bath and whatever, and then you start thinking again. It's almost
It's there.
like we replace the pain with another pain of blisters, G42 and
Yes.
whatever. But
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
you've
Yeah.
done that, then what? Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Mm.
So
So, what do you feel during long runs that influences your work with clients?
so what do I feel on my long runs? I feel pain. Lots of pain.
So, how does your pain
I feel
influences
I
your?
I feel pain, and then after the pain, I wake up and I say, if I could handle that pain, I am sure I can handle anybody's problems that are coming in my office. If I
Uh,
can handle that kind of long distance pain for of running a 42 and finish it and sit down and cry. I cry, or I'm a crier. You can ask the people that I run with. I cry. Running 50 kilometers, I cried. I ran a very hard 42 kilometers. I'm going to cry at the end, because there's that thing that says, my goodness, this was really painful, and I did it. And if I did it, and I didn't have to, but I did it. Meaning, whatever person that comes into my office with whatever pain that they have, I'm always in the mindset of saying, I understand your pain. I might not know what you're feeling, but I understand your pain. And I cannot take it away from you, but I can guide you on the steps of saying, let's walk on the journey of how do we heal from that pain. So it is painful, it's sore, it's tiring. I pray, I cry, I do everything exactly what I do with my clients. Immediately when God sends somebody in my door, I cry about it, I pray about it, and I speak to God about it to say, you know what, Lord, you're bringing someone's problems to me, and they have an expectation of healing or an expectation of changing or something. And maybe that's why I have a very good relationship with my clients, because I talk to God about it. And but that's what I do exactly. Even if I'm pacing a bus, as a bus pacer right now, I do pacing now. I pray before I pace that bus to say, Lord, take me through with the people that I'm carrying. And I don't know, anything can happen on the road, but may we all just enjoy and have fun. So to connect the two, definitely a painful experience gives me so much strength to handle a painful experience of anybody that comes in my office.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then now on men's mental health, running for Amadoda.
Yes, yes.
Why did you choose to speak boldly about men's emotional struggles?
First of all, we are nothing without men. And if somebody can ever come here and say we are something without men, bayaxoka.
Yeah.
That is a Xhosa phrase, bayaxoka, bayaxoka. I know
Bana
bayaxoka.
bayaphupha.
Banamanga. They are daydreaming.
Basemhlabeni wabo
I
bodwa.
want to get closer to
Bayaphupha.
the camera. Bayaphupha. Banamanga, guys. Men are our pillars. Men, we need them as pillars. A house with four pillars and one that's broken, it can still stand. A house with four pillars and two is broken, it can hang in there. But the house with one pillar, it will never stand. It's going to fall down. So this man needs all these pillars to stand. So a man alone, we cannot expect him to carry the whole world and the whole house and everything. We need to stand with them to say, we are your extra pillars to hold this together. So I speak boldly about men's mental health because I believe that if I can save a boy child with a good mental state, that's going to save my daughter to marry somebody who understands that I need you as much as you need me. I cannot function alone. I need to function with you as a collaborative. So we cannot watch men taking their lives. We cannot watch men going through the whole indoda aikali, indoda must. A man is weak if they show emotion. And those are human beings. Men are like us. They're human beings. They've got emotions and feelings. And now they're hiding all these things because they need to show up as a strong person. Hence, when they decide to leave the earth, they don't say anything because they believe that I've been doing this alone anyway. So why must I tell you? Why must I share? The men hardly even write suicide notes. We write suicide notes. We tell you 1, 2, 3. Men don't leave no voice note, no suicide note. They just go because really we are expecting them to live isolated. So that is why for me I feel like it's enough of us waiting on men to be stronger, but for us to stand to them and say, listen, you don't have to be strong. You do not have to be strong. You are stronger already because you've conquered a lot of things in your life, and me and you can do this together. If you can just be a human being and open up about your emotions and feelings, forget about people that are judging you. Forget about people that are saying you are weak. Forget about the societal expectations. Forget about the norms. Forget about the taboo. This is your life. You are the one that walks around with so much heavy heart and feeling like, I don't have to be breathing. You, not me. So I stand there to say, as a woman, I need people to understand that we need men to survive, unfortunately so. But we need good men. We need men with good mental health. We need men that are well. We need men that are healthy, mindfully so. We need men that are not hurt. We need men that are not there to come for revenge because they've been hurt before, or are they going through so much. I went to TikTok and there's a guy who said, I forgot how many years he hasn't been home because he hasn't healed. And I saw the hurt in his eye, and I'm like, that is so, like, this guy is genuine. He is hurt. He hasn't healed from whatever that might have traumatized him at home. And instead of him dealing with the hurt and the trauma and whatever that might have happened, he'll rather stay away. He can wake up any day and take his life because he believes that he's alone. So us as women, we talk about our things, we cry about it, we open up. But they don't open up to themselves as men. Amadoda, they filter conversations because they're afraid of being judged. They filter conversations in the household. So I'm coming in to say, enough. You are a person. You are a human being. You've got emotions. Cry if you have to. You want to sit next to me? Cry if you have to. Be sad if you have to. Sit here. You know?
Welcome.
Yeah, now we've been joined.
Live audience.
We've been joined by live audience. A whole mic here. So,
welcome.
Yeah.
So now that you're speaking on that, and last month it was from 25 November to 10 December. We're going to 16 days of activism, and mostly the one that's being pushed or raised awareness over is gender-based violence. And if you follow through, it's mostly protection for women and children. So I can understand children, bancane bonke, it's both boys and girls, but baphamisa futhi for violence against women. But then where does the men stand in that? And did you participate? Have you ever participated in that activism through running or in any form? And then how do you advocate the two? Because yes, women bayahlukumezwa. There is violence against women, but then it's not to say ukuthi amadoda wahlukunyezwa by the same people that are violator. So how do you look at it from your side and the activism around it? And for you, njengoba advocator for amadoda, how do you participate with social media, content creation? How does all that pan out for you?
So, unfortunately, I'm a therapist. I can't take sides in anything. I cannot take a woman's side. I cannot take a man's side. I cannot say I'm all for women, men down, this and that. I'm a therapist. I speak the truth. And the truth says, in order for, we need to understand what happened to that GBV. We need to understand or get to the base of how did we get here. If it means me empowering a woman to say, in order for you to stop GBV, you need to first love yourself, to understand that I need to get out of it before you trigger him, because he's got his traumas that he has seen his father doing when he was a kid, and now you are triggering the same thing and he ends up bullying you, beating you, doing whatever. This is a two-way thing. So hence I'm saying, unfortunately, I am not one-sided. But I'm not saying I don't feel for the abused people or feel for the violated people. I will stand with you because you are violated. I will be with you and, walk the journey of healing with you. Hence, I'm saying it's a two-way thing. At the end of the day, we need to understand that there are broken men out there that are in relationships with broken women. And because there's two broken people in one spaces, it means that we are going to hurt each other. But unfortunately, the one that's going to be bruised and hurt the most is us, because we are weak and we are unable to fight for ourselves. But in a very beautiful, loving home, if Elindo divuke and be clapping and clapping, it's not as normal. It means there has been things that have been happening and happening and happening that might have triggered whatever that might happen today. We can't say Amadoda are not dangerous because we've seen stories. We have experienced that, But what I always preach is, can we get to the understanding of how do I save you as a woman so that you are not in that relationship, even the next one and the next one and the next one, because you attract yourself. If you were abused as a kid, you are going to attract an abuser. If you were raped as a kid, you're going to attract rape that keeps on coming to you because you've been healed or you don't understand how to preserve yourself in a way that will protect you from attracting people that are not going to protect you. So there is a lot happening, but I participated in the 16 days of activism, teaching about both sides, teaching about healing, teaching about understanding each other in a relationship, or maybe just sharing pointers to say, you need to love yourself first and not allow things like this to happen to yourself. You need to go heal first. And that one also needs to be taken care of as a man. Unfortunately, this thing of 16 days of activism happens on November, which is Men's Mental Health and Wellness Month, where we need to teach men on how to take care of themselves. Wellness, your prostate cancer, your diabetes, your what. And we can't run away from the fact that we need to teach men to take care of themselves, because if in Dodiakula and they're not taking care of themselves, I mean sick in the body, they will transfer their emotions to somebody else and end up abusing other people. So we can't leave them hanging, because they will continue to abuse us. And that we will continue to stay in relationships that are abusive because we feel the need of trying to help somebody that we shouldn't be helping. So unfortunately, I'm a therapist. I deal with things as direct as they are, as they come. I can't filter. But I will protect a woman when I have to protect one, meaning I need to start helping you heal from the abuse so that you don't go back to another abusive relationship. Otherwise, you're going to have a roller coaster ride.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. It's a lot, ne?
It is. It's a lot.
Not a lot. It's simple, well, and sometimes simplicity. It is complex. So
Yeah.
human beings are complex.
No, it is.
Back on the running journey, what does the South African running community mean to you, and the mental resilience between us all in the running space?
So for me, the running community means family. It means family. It means that we are a family of healthy people, a family of people that are looking forward to achieve something, looking forward to go on a journey. Right now, the new journey that we are all starting is the comrades training, so that people are lining up in June. Immediately when this starts, we have so much love for each other. As much as some others, they might not really support you the way they should, but there's that careness to say, I want you to achieve it. I see you doing it. I know you can do it. So hence I'm saying family, because if family means that they cheer you, they support you, they walk the journey with you, they hold you by the hand. Even if it didn't go well, they're still there to say, we got you. We will hold your hand. We will support you. We will train with you. If it means if you've watched videos of people trying to qualify, you see them being dragged over. That is family. That shows that I know you can do it and you will do it. And if it means that I'm going to stick with you through the training journey up until the last day, that is resilient. It means unyamezele. You were just holding on into the pain of it's a lonely journey. Running is a lonely journey. We might have communities, we might have running clubs, social running clubs, but it's your personal journey. It's your lonely journey. You are the one that needs to sit down with yourself and ask yourself, why am I doing this? And what do I need in order for me to achieve this that I'm doing? So for me, it means family, running communities. I've created North Runners in my space, and it's a most beautifulest family ever that I've ever had. And the support, the love, like now it's December, I couldn't even do posters. One of the ladies was like, I'm doing birthday posters, I'm doing this. I'm like, oh, I didn't even ask. Meaning they see the vision, they understand what I'm trying to achieve, which I'm building a whole beautiful family of support, of love, of show up, and just walk a journey of resilience with each other to say, I've seen you going through the pain, I've seen you struggle, I've seen you achieving your goals. I've cheered your PBs, and I'm gonna continue to cheer those long runs and PBs with you. So that is exactly what it means to me. It's a family. I've gained family. I've lost a lot of friends that are not runners because I've gained big chunk of a family that our language is one. If I'm in PE, the only language that people can hear or I can hear is someone who says, "When are we running?" I can't hear any other language. We can have breakfast, lunch, and supper, but can we at least say, let's have a 5K tomorrow? That is the language. So it's family. It's family. So resilience, it's there. I think every runner, I think every time I come back home and I said, I just ran a 15K, they're like, what? And I realized that no, we are people of resilience. If I can do something that I think it's light and my people in my space feel like 1 kilometer is a lot, my darling, it's too much. So yeah.
Ekuseni uyashaya i-10 nje and
Shall I
15.
10 minutes? Shall I 10 or 15? I come back. I just did a 15. I'm like, what? It shows that we've learned resilience along the way. We understand pain. And because we've set our mind at it and understand how it makes us feel, that's resilience. Resilience says I'm gonna stay because I know how it makes me feel after. I know the achievement, I know the pain, and I know the joy and the glory that I get from achieving something from running. And that's all that we need. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And then, how do you balance training, work, and emotional load and still show up for yourself and your daughter in this case?
As
Your
a
child.
busy bee, as a busy bee, I think when I spoke to Unkanyiso, a friend of mine, I said acting has taught us so much in terms of keeping time, valuing time, and being consistent and being intentional. So I value intentional things in my life. I have to be intentionally making sure that I love umntana wam as a mother should, asking the right questions. Do I have time for you? Do you have time? What do you need? Let me show up. School. So I think being in private practice and working for myself makes it easier because I balance my diary according to my times. I need to know I'm not available in the evenings, therefore mornings are good. If I'm not available in the mornings, evenings are good for training. So I don't just wake up and run any race. I plan my race like already for next year. I know what races I'm running up until comrades. There's like people speak about two oceans. I know I'm not affected because it's not one of the races that I really love at this point in time. I always say I love it to watch it, but I haven't got that oomph to say, oh, two oceans. But I'll never miss Sanlam. Never miss Sanlam because Sanlam was my first initiation school of 42. So for me, Sanlam, no matter what, in Hamba Labaya con, unless they reject me. Now that there's ballot system and stuff like that. But as an emotional person or as somebody in the therapy space, I reconnect with myself. I do have a mental health therapist myself, and I check in with my therapist. In fact, if I don't speak to Ronald, he will send a message, hey therapist, all right, what's up, let's talk. Conversations and all of that, random calls, some activities that I need to submit as well for me with my therapist because I need to check in with my own mental state and my own health. We go through a lot. I said this on TV as well. I said we go through a lot, we go through the most. So we need to be intentional in taking care of ourselves. So if I need to log and close doors and not speak to people, then so be it. It means I'm checking in with myself because I don't want to pour on an empty cup. So balance, but be very intentional in what you do and also plan things that you do. Yes, there will be pop-up runs and pop-up, marathons that you decided there and there. It's okay. But at least you know that I've structured. I cannot be running every Saturday, every Sunday, Monday to Friday, race weekend, race weekend, weekend race. No. When will I get time for mimosa?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, carb loading.
carb loading, and I need to go with my girls, just sit there, forget about running. So we need to set time for ourselves. We need to be very intentional with our health and lifestyle and our emotions and our families and finances as well. Running is very expensive. If I can't afford a race, oh guys, I rest. I rest. Like I'm not, it's gonna be there next year. I'll do it next year. I don't have to push. And I am so calm, cool, and collected when it comes to that. I do what
Mm-hmm.
I can and when I can so that I can enjoy it because it gives a beautiful pleasure. But if it's gonna give me pain and make me lose a lot of money and I've got anxieties, then no, it is not good for me.
Yeah.
So we need to make good choices in the running space. We need not to follow clout. We some of us are deadly dozens and high rocks athletes. We've got so much in our hands. We need to buy drip for because we can't just go do deadly dozen looking like a para. So you need to make sure that you look good. So
Yeah.
there's boxes that we are ticking and we've planned those things on time. I think for me it's a matter of saying that balancing, balance your lifestyle. Balance your lifestyle, know what you're doing, prioritize things that are very important, and make sure that you are intentional on the things that you know they will gain something. Me being a running therapist, guys, I am gaining a lot. I'm not just a running therapist, I'm winning souls. People are being healed. I am impacting a community of men. I am actually entering spaces and dominating in the men's space. And I love it because that's my plan. Amadoda mayengibona, there's one man who said to me, you are mental health. I was running, it's like, hey, mental health. I'm like, oh my, I love what you just said. When you if you don't know my name and you know mental health, I it means my job
That's
here is
good.
done. I mean, my job here is done because you don't remember my name, but you remember that I'm mental health. It means that whatever I preached at that time, in that point, it made sense and you heard me. And that's all that I want. That when you
Yeah.
see me, you see mental health, you see wellness, you see Busie wants me to be well and okay. And that's exactly what we need to do. Be intentional, selective, plan your race, make time for family, make time for friends. Don't overspend things that you don't need. Put your races nicely, know when to spend and when not to spend on the races, and just be intentional.
Mm. Okay. And then how can women use movement from walking, jogging, stretching as part of healing? And paired with that, for those who have never run, they say, I am heavy. I don't think I can run as yet. I need to lose weight. I need that and that, who are scared of even starting. So, how
Yeah.
would you, or what would you say to them?
Oh, I would say to the queens, listen, Satan hates movement. The
So,
demons, they did the demons, they hate movement. The minute you start moving, you have killed Usatana in that household. You've killed Usatana is your diabetics, Usatana is your depression, Usatana is your anxiety, Usatana is your stresses, Usatana is your bipolar disorder, Usatana is anything that wants to take your body. So the fact that you are moving, be it moving for whatever initiative, has got nothing to do with weight loss. I cannot run. I need to start doing this. Move. The minute you move, your heart rate pumps. You feel good. I always say when you feel good, you look good. And when you look good, you do good. So if you don't
yeah,
feel good, you won't look good. And when you don't look good, you're not going to do good things. You're going to forever feel like people are against you. People are hating you. People are hurting you. So feel good, meaning start walking. Do that something that's making you feel like, oh, I'm fresh. My heart is moving. It's pumping. Then you're going to start looking good because whatever you wear will feel like it's sitting nicely on your body, be it weight loss or not. Because you feel good, you look good. Next thing, your actions, your emotions, the way you respond to life, the way you respond to heartbreaks, the way you respond to finances, the way you respond to the people around you are good because we have fixed the mind first. So running and walking and dancing and exercising, it's all about fixing your mind to say, I'm doing this for myself so that I feel good. And when I feel good, I can rock up anything and still look good. But when the mind says not, you can wear anything, uhlala uthi, ingathi kuvele lana, ingathi,
mm,
then you'll never be happy because you are not happy inside. Love yourself first, feel in yourself. So loving yourself means start being active and be an active person. We don't have to have skinny beach bodies. We don't have to
I'm a
looking like
babe.
the beach. on the bikini vibes. We don't have to, but we can always look good and feel good. And the sexiest thing that you can ever find in a woman is somebody who's confident in their own body and skin and loving all their loopholes to say, I'm okay with what I see. If I can work on it, I'm going to work on it. If I can't change it, unfortunately, I can't change it. If I can change it, I will work on it. If I feel like it's important, then I would. So a tip to every woman out there is to say, move. Keep on moving. Do not allow the devil to tell you that you're not going to be a slender. Life is not about being slender. Life is about being healthy and mentally okay.
All right. Thank you for that. It applies to me too.
To myself as well. To myself as well. I need to remind myself these things.
And here lately with my husband, uyayethi akayifuni biltong because angithi runners.
Biltong
Kancane
and then
athi mina
you lose
ngikwazi
weight.
biltong. So nje ibiltong ngithi mina ngihlezi ngifuna ukuba ibiltong and you have to live with that. Uzoba nonkosikazi oyibiltong. So what you just said now, it really applies ukuthi some things are not about ukuthi how lean you are and whatever. Just tone up, be fit, and mostly it's here on the mind.
Yeah, it
the
is.
mind is quite important as much as the body.
Yeah, yes, very true.
While we're on that, what for men now? What do you wish Amadoda understood about their mental health?
I wish that men can understand that. I'm gonna say this because I say it all the time. It is okay not to be okay. It's perfectly okay not to feel good, not to be on top of your game. It's perfectly okay to fail. It's perfectly okay to lose things. It's perfectly okay to be in the breakup space. It's perfectly okay to just breathe and live within that moment of that space. The mind is powerful. Even to the Amadoda, the mind is powerful. What you feed your mind, we will see it with your actions. If you feed positivity, your actions are positive. If you feed love, your actions are lovely. If you feed yourself with kindness, your actions are kindness to yourself and to the people. So we can always change anything we want to change if we can start by understanding that it is okay not to feel at your utmost best. It's okay. It's life. It's life. And a formula. It's life.
Yeah, and it happens to anyone else.
Anyone. It's
not alone.
Yeah.
All right, we've run over an hour, and I see our guest as well who says, "Okay, timekeeper."
Thank you.
Hi. How are you?
Fine, thank you. And how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Did you run today?
No.
You're running tomorrow.
I'm running tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Tell them
Okay.
you packed your running clothes.
I packed my running clothes.
Yeah.
That's great. How many kilometers are you gonna do?
2.
How many kilometers are you gonna run?
3.
3.
3. Yeah, she's upgrading from 2 to 3.
Yes, girl. Yeah.
All
No,
right.
thank you so much for the opportunity as well. I appreciate it. It's holidays. It's a holiday season. And yes, this will be very helpful to everybody throughout the year. And I know we can go back and watch it at any time. It's very important for us to speak about these things and just share why I run as a mental health therapist. Namngiyahlanya. I run. They run with me there. The crazy runner with a therapist running. And I mean, to show Guti, I'm a therapist, but I'm also a runner. I understand things, but at the same time, I need to show people that I can take care of myself whilst I'm doing the very same thing that you are also doing it.
Yeah, it's a win-win. So before you go, the previous episode, I asked a guest to leave a question for you, a random question. So I'm also gonna ask you to leave a question for our next guest. So what they had left was to ask, how do you sustain or keep strictly to your diet if you are in any diet?
Sure. So I am in no diet, but I've got a sweet tooth. So I try to only reward myself with sweet things when I have to. I don't just go to the shop and buy sweet things at any time. If I see the shelves and I'm very disciplined, so I am a disciplined person. I think discipline and making sure that I eat what I want when I've planned to eat it, not at any day. But I reward myself for good behavior. So good behavior meaning if I'm consistent and constantly training, I'm gonna reward myself. So that is how I keep to my diet. But I try not to eat a lot of food. I'm a small portion kind of person. So I eat small portions. I can't binge eat and eat at odd times. If it's after 8, it's okay. I don't have to be binge eating then. So yeah, that's what I do.
Okay, cool. And then the question for our next guest, please.
Random question. Of course, I'm a therapist. Why is it important to prioritize your mental health?
Okay.
Why it is important to prioritize your mental health?
All right. Okay.
Yeah, that's my question.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for that. And then
No
thank you
pleasure.
again. Enjoy the rest of December, what's left. And I hope to see
Thank
you
you so
next
much.
year on the roads. Ningene kahle, enyakeni omusha with your family.
We'll meet at Biogen. Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah, we'll
yes.
meet at
Biogen.
Biogen. See you at
That's
Biogen,
great.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll make
Yeah.
sure.
Okay. Please check me
Yes,
out.
in
Yeah, we'll be
person.
there.
Hey, it'll be great.
All right,
Thank you
Sushi.
again and good night. Good night.
Good night to you too, and thank you for this.
Sure. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Sometimes it don't make no sense. Does it really have to?